the mindset of some of our elder black people. And I want to say this because I had a conversation with someone. It's been a little while ago, but ever since I had the conversation with them, it's been on my mind. Like, I think about it here and there. And this morning I was thinking about it, and it kind of hit me as far as like why he said it and why we do certain things as black uh, males, females, elders. The way we was taught and raised, and we feel like if when you really look at it, it's like deep inside our elders was taught to fear white people. They don't say it, but if you listen to the conversation and how they do certain things, like they literally fear white people. Like they would throw another black person under the bus to maintain a white relationship, even if it's an unhealthy one. It seems like it to me. I mean, this is just for my personal opinion because I've been seeing this, and I'm like, man, is it? So I had a guy share a story with me. Well, he didn't share a story. He just told me something he did, and I'm gonna share this story with you. That's kind of how it went. He told me that his neighbor was like a couple people down from where he stayed at, maybe a couple RVs or whatever. And there's a white couple, and he said, they're older, and they'll come through there and they'll see him and he'll speak to them this and this, and they'll speak, and then they get to talking, and then he said, they made made a comment like, y'all really laid back people. I guess they talked to him or spoke to him. And one day they came through there and said, "Ooh, y'all really got it smelling good over there." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you think you want one of these steaks?" And I said, just messing around or whatever, something like that of that nature. And he said he ended up, me and his wife was like, him and his wife was like, "Hey, let's go cook them something to eat, take it over," which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Took him a meal over there and dropped it off. Said, "Hey man, I got something for y'all." And they were like, "Man, I knew y'all was good people, this and this." And he did that for him, and they communicate all the time. And then he was telling me some stories about, telling me some situations about some black people he have dealt with, and how he responded and how he acted. And then me myself personally, I reached out to him, just talking to him, networking with him, um, not on no BS, trying to like literally make some money or help him make some money. You know what I mean? And the way he went about going to those white people to get them a meal, I never seen him show that same love when he was talking about his own people or just dealing with someone or looking out for someone, or he just said, "Oh, I did this, but then this happened." But I like, damn, you showed them some mean love. I'm like, you think you would bring another stranger that looked just like you a meal like that? I'm not knocking you bringing them a meal, but sometimes we'll say we'll help someone else and refuse to help our own, even when our own come to us trying to help us. So, I reached out to him trying to help him on some organic things, and I think he took it wrong. As if, some people, I'm starting to see that when you come to them organically, like, "Hey, I just want to help you," they so used to, I think, people not helping them or people trying to get over on them, or they feel like they got to, be the one to help. So it's kind of strange to you, and they'll push you off like, "Oh, he must be on to something. He must be trying to," and you ain't trying to do anything. And then you push off, and I think later they look like, "Damn, I pushed off a good brother. He was just being real." But they so used to, even dealing with people that's not, or not necessarily giving us a chance, the younger generation, because all of us don't think the same. You know what I mean? So just because I'm 20 years younger than you, 10, 15 years younger than you, whatever the situation is, I know I'm not average. And I think that, it kind of shows me that when I'm dealing with my older generation that's older than me, they tend to fear white people as far as certain independent moves, certain um, decisions that they make. They won't do this because they are fear of someone doing something to them. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but they're fear of the white man doing something to them. You know what I mean? Or, oh man, you can't do that without some consequences, or it's gonna cause some drama in my life, man. I like the way things is. They know, ain't know everything is smooth right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's to each his own. But I can say that, I can see that. I don't want to put that fear in my kids. I want them to know the reality of the truth, but I'm never going to fear anyone, and I'm not most definitely going to treat another race better than my own race. At the end of the day, this is my race of people, and I feel like that it's very foul and disrespectful if I don't love my people more than I love anybody, because it's my people. You reach out, even Christ said a statement. He said, I'm here to for mine. And if mine rejected, then I'm going to give it to the dogs, meaning I'm going to give it to the people that I didn't come for. You see what I'm saying? And that was a metaphor. So I feel like, we should always help ours, and we should always help all people, you know. But when it comes to today, though, it just seems like in a lot of black, um, you know, we'll say we support one another. When someone dies, we'll rally, you know. Hell, you can get everybody together to do a march then. But when you're trying to really save them before they die, it's like you can't get no help. You can't get no support. Don't nobody want to help you when you're trying to get out the pit. When you're trying, it ain't like you're trying to. They said, hey, throw me something. Like, hey, man, just help me. Nah, this dude willing to do, or she willing to do whatever they need to do to get there. And some of us are like that. And then you got those in the bucket that just playing around lost. And I get that too. You know what I mean? But I just feel like it's hard for the younger, generation coming up to get that wisdom, to get that knowledge from the older generation. I'm willing to listen, to learn, to get it however I can, to read, to follow, but I just feel like once we see that, a lot of us anyway, once we come to someone older, genuine, authentic, to really help them and to get some wisdom and to show, hey, we humble, we want to learn, and you piss on us, it kind of makes you kind of not want to deal with um, certain people. But then again, I have learned that you can't allow a couple rotten uh, apples to mess up the bunch. You just got to get them out. So all right, just get them out. So don't base your decisions based on a few people, because you're going to, meet a few people with that mentality. You know what I mean? But it was just a trip to me how he was willing to go cook them a meal, you know, to try to show that, oh, I'm good people, and cook them a meal. But then his brother can be walking, right by him, not even really wanting nothing, and he'll just pass him by. Ooh, boy. Hey, it's cold, man. It's just cold. It's a cold world, man, and some of the heat and some of the hatred that you're gonna get gonna be come from your own. It's just a reality. You know what I mean? But now I think about it, and I just say, like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to get to the point where I'm going to deny my people the right to help them, especially those who reach out, because I realize that, like I say, I like to say that I know my purpose is not to wake anyone up. My purpose is to be a light. And one thing about knowing your purpose, you won't try to play someone else's position. And then that's, to me, that's how you get your feelings hurt and get bitter, because you got to know your position when you're knowing your purpose. So I know what I'm here to do. So, if a person come to me, I know they woke. I ain't going to them say, hey, wake up, something coming. Like they say, the old people say, you can't wake a sleepwalker. They might hurt you and themselves. So I can only have a light shining for those who are up and trying to figure things out. And like I said, hey, I can show you a light. I can show you what I did. I can show you how I'm over here. You know what I mean? That's my thing. That's how I help. But I realized I waste a lot of time and energy and frustration on trying to go by different beds and wake people up, go by different racks, so to speak. Hey, get up, time to eat. Hey, get up. You just can't do that. You know what I mean? But you can still look out for your people, even though they asleep and I know that they can't see. Sometimes you can guide them into the right direction. You know, you don't wake them up, but you just guide them into that room of safety. You know what I mean? Because you know, and if you try to wake them up suddenly, that they might mess around and hurt you from trying to help them. You know, so you know, it's just something that was on my mind, man. But the reality of it is that we got to help our people. Our people are in a bad state in America, like a bad state, and we got a lot of good African American, Native Black Americans, blacks, however you want to call yourself, Hebrews. We got a lot of dark skinned people who are starting to rise with their education and starting to share and starting to wake up and starting to show financial literacy and starting to build communities and starting to change some things. And I think, it got to start somewhere. So, everybody ain't gonna jump on the bandwagon, but we got to start from somewhere. And I'm just doing my part with hogonwelding. You know what I mean? I feel like with my gift and what I have learned, I could teach someone how to get financially stable by using a trade, of welding. A lot of people laugh at it and say this and this, but you can actually get financially stable. You can actually live like you want to do by using it to build a business and build other things. You can just use it as a tool, but it cross over and it can give you that independence. So I embrace it, and the knowledge that I have learned, I just want to share it. That's why um, I'm building the independent school to be able to help assist on people who really want to get the education from a different level. I don't want to teach you something that everybody's teaching you. I don't want to teach you something that you can go to college and get, which a lot of people can, but why would you want to go and get something you're going to stay in debt? You know, why not learn something you can instantly start making money on, and as you get into it, you can increase your education and increase your pay in your position. You know what I mean? So I feel like I just need to utilize what I got to help those who need it, and then the ball keeps rolling. You know what I mean? But that's how I get back. But I don't want to get to the position where I'm gonna help someone else before I help my own. You know what I mean? I know we in a situation, and I remember, when both passed by me. And I remember when strangers helped me from both sides, white, black, different races, you know what I mean? So there's good people all around the wood, but we got to learn how to start looking out for ours, taking care of ours, supporting ours, learning how to be there in that time of need versus just being at a barrier. You know what I mean? The crowd said, man, we're going to miss them. We can show out and bring our cars out and look clean and not black and whatever, you know what I mean, and eat good and see what so-and-so got going on and talk woo-woo and get the latest gossip. But when it's time to support them and really change things, we don't want to do that, man. And I'm just out with that, you know what I mean? And I have even seen my own family, you know what I mean, treat me the same way. So I get it, man. It's real out here. So I just want to say, me personally, I'm going to lead by example. Hold on.